Hey guys, this is my 12th reading in my MCU series. Today's episode will be Ant-Man. I mean, it's a pretty neat movie, and kind of the same as Iron Man, but like I still enjoy it. You know, it's a good movie. So, let's see what we gonna do. Okay. 1989. Hank Pym enters a S.H.I.E.L.D. facility and storms S.H.I.E.L.D.'s boardroom in the Triskelion. Stark. He doesn't seem happy. You're supposed to be in Moscow. I took a detour through your defense lab. Tell me that isn't what I think it is. It depends. If you think it's a poor attempt to replicate my work, even for this group, that takes nerve. You were instructed to go to Russia, may I remind you. Dr. Pym, that you're a soldier. I'm a scientist. Then act like one. The Pym particle is the most revolutionary science ever developed. Help us put it to good use. I let you turn me into your errand boy, and now you try to steal my research? If only you protected Jen with such ferocity, Jim. Oh God. Suddenly Pym slams down Carson's face on the table in anger. Peggy pulls him away. Peggy. Easy, Hank. You mention my wife again, and I'll show you ferocity. Carson looks at Stark as he wipes blood from his nose. Don't look at me, you said it. I formally tender my resignation. We don't accept it. Formally, Hank. We need you. The Pym particle is a miracle. Please. Don't let your past determine the future. As long as I'm alive, nobody will ever get that formula. Yeah, and that's why they have it in Endgame. And that's how they're gonna get it. We shouldn't let him leave the building. You've already lied to him. Now you want to go to war with him? Yes. Our scientists haven't come close to replicating his work. He just kicked your ass full size. You really want to know what it's like when you can't see him coming? I've known Hank Pym for a long time. He's no security risk, unless we make him one. Music plays as Marvel appears on the screen. Present day. Scott Lang is in prison, getting punched in the face by another prisoner. Peachy. You like that? You like that? Come and get you some then. The other prisoners are gathered around, cheering them along. Scott tries to hit Peachy in the stomach, but he doesn't flinch. You didn't even move. Nah. I mean, what if I come on the left side, right? Just happen to see this here. Scott suddenly punches Peachy in the face. I'm gonna miss you, Scott. I'm gonna miss you too, Peachy. They shake hands. Man, you guys got the weirdest goodbye rituals. Scott is escorted out of prison and is met by his friend Luis. Scotty, what's up, man? Damn. Hey, man. Hey, what's up with your eye? Well, what do you think? Peachy. Going away present. Oh yeah, I still got my scar from a year ago. Oh yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm still the only one to knock him out. Well, I definitely didn't. They get into a Louis truck and drive off. Thanks for picking me up, brother. Oh, you think I'm gonna miss my little Sully getting out? Hey, how's your girl, man? She left me. Oh. Yeah, my mom died too. And my dad got deported. But I got the van. Nice. Yeah, right? Thanks for the hookup, too. I needed a place to stay. You wait till you see this couch. You're gonna be really happy. You're gonna be on your feet in no time. Watch. I hope so. Yeah, and I gotta introduce you to some people. Some really skilled people. Not interested. Yeah, right. No, I'm serious, man. I'm not going back. I got a daughter to take care of. You know that jobs don't come easy for ex-cons, right? Look, man, I got a master's in electrical engineering, alright? I'm gonna be fine. We see Scott working at Baskin-Robbins. Welcome to Baskin-Robbins. Would you like to try our mango fruit blast? No thanks. I'll have a burger, please. Oh, we don't make that. Pretzel. Hot pretzel. Like mustard and mustard dip. It's ice cream. Baskin-Robbins. I'll just do it with whatever's hot and fresh. Dude. Scott's boss, Dale, interrupts him, serving the customer. Can you see in the back, Chief? Prono. Sure thing, Dale. Darby, can you take care of this idiot? Sure thing, Dale. Darby, could you just take care of this idiot? Thanks. Scott enters Dale's office. Hiya, Dale. Come on, pull up some chair. Scott sits down. 3 years in San Quentin, huh? You found out. Baskin-Robbins always finds out. Look, I'm sorry, alright? But no one would hire me. Breaking and entering. Grand larceny. Look, I'm sorry. You know, I don't do it anymore. I'm just trying. Respect. Couldn't be happier about it. Really? Yeah. Well, thank you. You really stuck it to those billionaire SOBs. And the more I read about what you did and stuff, I'm like, wow, I know this guy? I'm in charge of this guy? Yeesh. Well, I'm very happy in this job, and I really appreciate the opportunities, and yeah. Well, you're fired, of course. I mean, I can't really keep you on. Wait, what? Fired? Yeah. Dale, it wasn't a violent crime. I mean, I'm a good worker. No, it wasn't a violent crime. It was a cool crime. I'll tell you what, though. This would be totally off the books, off the records. But if you wanted to grab one of those mango fruit blasts on your way out the door, I'll just pretend I didn't see it. After getting fired from Baskin-Robbins, Scott returns to Louis' apartment. Hey, Scotty, what's up? Thought you were supposed to be at work. I was. I got fired. Damn, they find out who you are? Yup. Baskin-Robbins always finds out, bro. Baskin-Robbins don't play. You want some waffles? Yeah, I'll take a waffle. Oh, that's Kurt. He was in Folsom for 5 years. He's a wizard on this laptop. Nice to meet you. Yeah, nice to meet you too. And who are you? Dave. Nice work on the Vista job. Vista job? Yes, no, I've never heard of this robbery. Well, technically I didn't rob them. Robbery involves threat. I hate violence. I burgled them. I'm a cat burglar. You mean you're a pussy? You mean you're a pussy? Yeah. They were overcharging the customers, right? And it added up to millions. He blows the whistle and he gets fired. And what does he do? He hacks into the security system and transfers millions back to the people that they stole it from. Posts all the bank records online. And he drove a dude's Bentley into a swimming pool. What are you doing? Why are you telling my life story to these guys? What do you want? Okay, my cousin talked to this guy 2 weeks ago about this little perfect job. No way. No, wait, this guy fits your MO. I'm finished, man. I'm not going back to jail. It's a retired millionaire living off his golden parachute. It's a perfect Scott landmark. I don't care. I'm out. Pim drives up to Pim Technologies. Dr. Pim? Yes, I'm still alive. The guard smiles and lets Pim through the gate. Pim then enters the building. ID? Hank, referring to them as a painting of him in his younger days, hanging behind the guard. Perhaps that will suffice. I'm very sorry, sir. Please come in. Is that Hank Pym? Hope. Good morning, Hank. Hope. Would it kill you to call me Dad? Well, Dr. Cross will be so pleased that you could find the time to join us today. More like thrilled. I'm surprised to receive any kind of invitation from you, Darren. What's the occasion? Oh, you'll see. Won't you hope? We're ready for you inside. Ouch. I guess some old wounds never heal, huh? Don't worry, she's in good hands. You're in for a treat. Carson comes over to Pym as they're about to enter the lab. Long time no see, Dr. Pym. How's retirement? They shake hands. How's your face? After you. Now, before we start, I'd like to introduce a very special guest. This company's founder and my mentor, Dr. Hank Pym. Everyone in the lab claps. At the same time, Pym notices the miniature building of Pym Technologies has now got the logo Cross Technologies on it. When I took over this company for Dr. Pym, I immediately started researching a particle that could change the distance between atoms while increasing density and strength. Why this revolutionary idea remained buried underneath the dust and cobwebs of Hank's research, I couldn't tell you, but just imagine. A soldier the size of an insect. The ultimate secret weapon. He shows everyone a footage reel of soldiers getting killed. The boat with the tiny costume figure. Also every footage. And Ant-Man. That's what they called you. Right, Hank? Silly, I know. Propaganda. Tales to astonish. Trumped up BS to scare the USSR. Hank, will you tell our guests what you told me every single time I asked you? Was the Ant-Man real? Just a tall tale. Right. Because how could something so miraculous possibly be real? Cross leads everyone into another room. Well, I was inspired by the legend of the Ant-Man, and with my breakthrough, shrinking inorganic material, I thought, could it be possible to shrink a person? Could that be done? Well, it's not a legend anymore, distinguished guests. I'm proud to present the end of warfare as we know it, the Yellow Jacket. He shows them a yellow insecticide suit. The Yellow Jacket is an all-purpose weapon of war, capable of altering the size of the wearer for the ultimate combat advantage. Puts on a video. Video voiceover. We live in an era in which the weapons we use to protect ourselves are undermined by constant surveillance. It's time to return to a simpler age, one where the powers of freedom can once again operate openly to protect their interests. An all-purpose peacekeeping vessel, the Yellow Jacket can manage any conflict with the geopolitical landscape, completely unseen, efficient in both preventive measures and tactical assault. Practical applications include surveillance, industrial sabotage, and the elimination of obstructions on a road to peace. A single Yellow Jacket offers the user unlimited influence to carry out protective actions, and one day soon, an army of Yellow Jackets will create a sustainable environment of well-being around the world. The Yellow Jacket. So it's a suit. Don't be crude, Hank. It's not a suit. It's a vessel. What's the matter? You're not impressed? Oh, I'm impressed. I'm also concerned. Imagine what our enemies can do with this tech. We should have a longer conversation about that, Hank. I really value your opinion. Thank you for coming. Hope? Thank you very much, everybody. I'll escort you out now. Thank you. You seem a bit shocked. Darren, there's a reason I buried those secrets. So you finally admit it. We could have done this together, Hank. But you ruined that. And that's why you're the past and I'm the future. Don't do this. Dr. Cross, you sell to me first, 20% of your asking price. Dr. Cross, you sell me first, 20% of your asking price, and I'll have the cash here in 2 weeks. Deal. We have to make our move, Hank. How close is he? He still can't shrink a live subject. Just give me the suit and let me finish this once and for all. No. I have Cross's complete trust. It's too dangerous. We don't have a choice. Well, that's not entirely true. I think I found a guy. Who? Scott shows up at his daughter's birthday party. Cassie. Daddy. She rushes towards Scott, and he catches Cassie in his arms and embraces her. Peanut, oh, happy birthday. I'm so sorry I'm late. I didn't know what time your party started. It was on the invitation. Scott's ex-wife fiance Paxton interrupts him. He didn't get an invitation, but he came anyway. Well, I'm not going to miss my little girl's birthday party. I'm going to go tell Mommy here. Oh, you don't. Cassie turns and runs off. What are you doing here, Lang? You haven't paid a dime in child support. You know, right now, if I wanted to, I could arrest you. It's good to see you too, Paxton. Mommy's so happy you're here, she choked on her drink. Hey, look what I have for you. He hands her the small bag he brought. Can I open it now? Of course we are. It's your birthday. She takes out an ugly-looking rabbit which talks. Hideous rabbit. You're my bestest friend. What is that thing? He's so ugly. I love him. Can I go show my friends? Yeah, of course we are. Go ahead. Cassie runs off with the ugly rabbit to show her friends. You're my bestest friend. Look, the child support is coming, alright? It's just hard finding a job when you have a record. I'm sure they'll figure it out. But for now, I want you out of my house. No, it's my daughter's birthday. It's my house. So what? It's my kid. Maggie walks over to him. Scott, you can't just show up here. You know that. Come on. It's your birthday party. Yeah, I know, but you can't just show up. She's my daughter. You don't know the first thing about being a father. Maggie, and I tell you this as a friend, and as the first love of my life, your fiancé is an asshat. He is not an asshat. Hey, watch your language, okay? Oh, what language? I said hat. Really, Maggie? That guy? Come on, you could marry anyone you want, and you have to get engaged to a cop? At least he's not a crook. I'm trying, okay? I've changed. And I'm straight. I had a job, and I want to provide. I had a lot of time to think about it. And I love her. So much. And I miss so much time and I want to be a part of her life. What do I do? Get an apartment. Get a job. Pay child support. Then we can talk about visitation. I promise. You're her hero, Scott. Just be the person she already thinks you are. Scott gets into Louise's van, and Cassie waves goodbye to him as he drives off, honking the musical horn. Darren. I'm sorry you have such deep concerns about the yellow jacket, Frank. Frank turns back into surprise to see Ross standing there watching him. Yeah, well, unfortunately we can't just do whatever we want. Would be nice though, right? He chuckles as he washes his hands. But there are laws. What laws? Of man? The laws of nature transcend the laws of man, and I have transcended the laws of nature. Darren, I don't think you understand. Suddenly, Cross uses a small device on Frank which vaporizes him into a blob of goo. Maybe we haven't worked out all the bugs. Cross uses a tissue to wipe the goo off the sink and dumps it into one of the toilets. Goodbye, Frank. He flushes the toilet and washes his hands. You know, I've been thinking a lot about gratitude lately, and today, during my morning meditation, an interesting thought occurred to me, and I think it might apply to you too. How's that? Gratitude can be forgiveness. I spent years carrying around my anger for Hank Pym. I devoted my genius to him. I could have worked anywhere. I chose my mentor poorly. You didn't have a choice. He never believed in you. It's a shame what we had to do. But he forced us to do it, didn't he? But we shouldn't be angry. We should be grateful, because his failures as a mentor, as a father, forced us to spread our wings. You're a success, Darren. You deserve everything coming your way. After sitting outside the van trying to figure out how many days he's got left to see Cassie again, Scott returns to Louis's apartment. So, hey, what's up, hotshot? Maybe he didn't hear you. How was the party? Scott goes to the fridge, takes out a beer bottle and takes a swig from it. Tell me about that tip. What? I want to know about that tip. Ooh, baby, it's on. Hot dog. It's on right now. Look who grew up here. Calm down, alright? I just need to know where it came from. It's gotta be airtight. Okay, I was at a wine tasting with my cousin Ernesto, which was mainly reds, and you know I don't love reds, man. You know? But there was a rose that saved the day. It was delightful. And he tells me about this girl Emily he used to kick it with. It was actually the first pair of boobs I actually ever touched. It's the wrong details. It's wrong. It has nothing to do with the story. Go. So, he tells me that she's working with a housekeeper now, right? And she's dating this dude Carlos, who's a shot caller away from the Bay. And she tells him about the dude that she's cleaning for, right? And he's like this big shot CEO, and that's all retired, but he's loaded. And so Carlos and Ernesto are on the safe softball team, and they get to talking, right? And here comes the good part. Carlos says, "Yo, man, this guy's got a big ass safe, just sitting in the apartment, just chilling." Of course, Ernesto comes to me because he knows I have mad thieving skills. Of course, I asked him, "Did Emily tell Carlos to tell you what kind of safe it was?" He says, "Nah, dog. Look, all she said was it's like super legit, and whatever's in it gotta be good." What? Old men have safe, and he's gone for a week. Alright, there's an old man. He's got a safe. He's gone for a week. Let's just work with it. You know what I'm saying? We see the group getting prepared and gathering for the night gear for the robbery. Landlines cut. Cell signals jammed. No one will be making distress call tonight. I'll check. 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 If the job goes bad, you know I got your back, right? Don't worry. It's not gonna happen. Scott leaves the van. I love it when he gets cocky. As the guys stay in the van, they watch Scott hop the fence into the house. Damn. Alarm is dead. Nice. Alright, moving through the house. Inside the house, Scott finds the door with a thumbprint scanner. There's a fingerprint lock on the door. It's got a what? Your nurse didn't tell me nothing about that. Aw, man, are we screwed? Not necessarily. Scott quickly uses several household items to get a fingerprint from a doorknob and uses that to successfully pass the thumbprint scanner. I'm in. No alarms have been triggered. He's in like the Flynn. Scott opens the door and immediately sees the safe made of strong metal. Oh man. What is it? Well, they weren't kidding. The safe is serious. How serious are we talking, Scotty? It's Carbondale from 1910, made from the same steel as the Titanic. Wow, can you crack it? Well, here's the thing. It doesn't do so well in the cold. Remember what that iceberg did? Yeah, man, it killed DiCaprio. It killed everybody. But not the old lady. She still threw the jewel into the oceans. Scott gets to work to try and open the safe. What are you doing? Poured water in the locking mechanism and froze it with nitrogen. Ice expands, metal doesn't. What are you doing now? Waiting, waiting. The safe door breaks open. Nice. Scott looks inside the safe. What is it? Cash? Jewels? There's nothing here. Well, there's nothing here. What do you say? Scott notices some blueprints and the original Ant-Man suit. It's a suit. What? It's an old motorcycle suit. There's no cash, no jewelry, nothing? No. It's a bust. Really sorry, Scotty. Knew you needed a score. We see an ant with the camera on its back nearby recording Scott. Take the suit. Inside his lab, Hank is watching Scott. Back at Pym Technologies, Cross is about to perform the shrinking experiments with the lamp. Thought we were using mice. What's the difference? Commence experiment 34C. Organic atomic reduction. Darren, maybe we should think. Shrinking organic tissue isn't the centerpiece of this technology. I can't go to the buyers with half a breakthrough. Scott initiates the experiment and the lamp is vaporized into goo. Hope struck. Experiment 34C results negative. Sanitize the workstation. Bring in subject 35C. Back in Louis's apartment in the bathroom, Scott looks at the suit he took from the safe. Why would you lock this up? He takes out the suit and looks at the helmet. So weird. Tries the suit on and steps into the bathtub to get a better look at himself in the mirror. Scott, what's up, man? Scott closes the shower curtain, then looks on the buttons on the gloves. I wonder, what is this? He presses the buttons and shrinks down to a tiny size. In his tiny form, Scott stands and looks around him in shock. Scott then hears Hank's voice speaking through the mask. The world sure seems different from down here, doesn't it, Scott? What? Who said that? Scott sees Louis. He's opened the shower curtains to take a shower. Louis, down here. It's a trial by fire, Scott. Or in this case, water. Louis turns on the water. After getting splashed around, Scott falls out of the bathtub and onto the floor. Guess you're tougher than you thought. Scott hears Louis about to get undressed. Oh, I don't want to see this. As Louis drops his trousers onto the floor, it knocks Scott through a hole in the apartment below. Louis, son of a... Scott falls into an apartment where the party is going on. He narrowly avoids getting stepped on before falling through a vent in another apartment. He gets sucked into a Hoover, breaks out, encounters a mouse, then runs into a trap and is launched out the window where he returns to his normal size on top of a cab. What the hell? Not bad for a test drive. Keep the suit. I'll be in touch. No, thank you. The hell keeps messaging me on Discord? I gotta check that now. Okay. Scott packs his suit up and sneaks back into the house and returns it into the safe. But the police are waiting for him as he goes to leave. Cop on speaker. Put it down on the ground. You're under arrest. No, I didn't steal anything. I was returning something I stole. Scott realized he's admitted to stealing and reductively kneels on the ground as he's arrested. Paxton visits Scott as he sat in the cell. You know, you almost had us convinced that you were going to change your ways. They were really rooting for you. It's going to break their hearts. You got a visitor. Who? Your lawyer. My lawyer. Scott is taken to a room where Pym is sat waiting for him. I told you I'd be in touch, Scott. I'm starting to think you prefer being inside of a jail cell. Oh man. Sit down. We see ants crawling all over the camera in the room to obscure the conversation. Sir, I'm sorry I stole the suit. I don't even want to know why you have it. Maggie was right about you. How do you know about the way she's been trying to keep you away from Cassie? The moment things get hard, you turn right back to crime. The way I see it, you have a choice. You can either spend the rest of your life in prison, or go back to your cell and await further instructions. I don't understand. No, I don't expect you to. But you don't have many options right now. Quite frankly, neither do I. Why do you think I let you steal that suit in the first place? What? Flashback to Pym giving money to his housekeeper Emily so he could tip Lucy's friends to tip off about the job. Second chances don't come around all that much. So, next time you think you might see one, I suggest you take a real close look at it. Pym rises and leaves the room. Maggie Lynn, referring to the leader that Scott gave her as Maggie. Are you sure you don't want a different toy? Are you sure you don't want a different toy? No, I love this one. Okay, well, get some sleep then. I love you. Maggie kisses Cassie on her head. Mommy? Is Daddy a bad man? I heard some grown-ups say he's bad. No, Daddy just gets confused sometimes, you know? As Scott is sat in his cell thinking, several ants brings Scott the suit in tiny form, then enlarges so Scott can wear it, and he quickly slips into it and zaps himself small to escape. Smart choice. You actually listen for once. Under the door. As the prison alarm goes off, Scott runs out the building. Okay, where to now? Hang tight. What? What? Where the hell did he go? I have no idea, he just vanished. Set up a 5-block perimeter now. Back to Scott. To the ants. Get back, get back. Scott, these are my associates. Huh? You got a camera on an ant? Yeah, sure, why not? Where's the car? No car. You got wings. Incoming. A large winged ant flies over Scott and lands in front of him. You put your foot on the central node and not the thorax. Are you kidding? How safe is this? Got on the damn ant, Scott. Scott gets on the ant as it flies off. Scott gets on the ant, and as it flies off, the police go on a manhunt for him. The winged ant has landed on a car that's looking for Scott. Why am I on a police car? Shouldn't I not be on a police car? So they can give you a lift past their flat block perimeter. Well, right. Now what's our next move? Hang on tight. Oh, this is it. I'm getting the hang of this. Yank up to go up, like a horse. You're throwing 247 off balance. Wait, his name is 247? He doesn't have a name. I mean, he has a number, Scott. Do you have any idea how many ants there are? As the police car swerves. Well, maybe it's 248 as the ant flies up. No. Vertigo. No, I think it's 247. Wait, hang on. I think I'm getting the hang of this. As Scott flies, and the ant flies Scott around the city. I'm controlling 247. He's not listening to you. What? Can I make one little request? No. Stop 247. Time out. Alright, hold on. Just wait. Whoa. What happens if I throw up in this helmet? It's my helmet, Scott. Do not throw up. Just sit her down. Alright? I'm getting lightheaded. Hang on, Scott. Yeah, I'm just getting a little light. It's funny. Hit me, and as the ant continues to fly, Scott feels dizzy and falls off the ant's back. Scott wakes up in the bedroom. Scott wakes up in the bedroom and jumps in shock when he sees Hope's watching over him. Hello. Who are you? Have you been standing there watching me sleep this whole time? Yes. Why? Because the last time you were here, you stole something. Oh. Oh, hey, look. Scott goes to get out of the bed, but recoils as he sees insects crawling all over the floor. Whoa. Paraponera clavata. Giant tropical bullet ants. Ranked highest on the Schmidt pain index. Here to keep an eye on you when I can. Dr. Prim's waiting for you downstairs. She turns and walks out of the room. Who? Hey, whose pajamas are these? How am I supposed to do this? Scott puts his foot down tentatively onto the floor as ants make space for his foot. Alright, one step at a time. He slowly stops towards the door as the ants make room for his feet. You don't bite me. I don't step on you. Deal? Take them, the servers, and Cross wouldn't even know it. We don't need this guy. Scott enters the dining room where Pim and Hope are sat. I assume you already met my daughter, Hope. I did. She's great. She doesn't think that we need you. We don't. We can do this ourselves. I agree with go through all this effort to let you steal my suit, and then Hope has you arrested. Okay, we can try this, and when he fails, I'll do it myself. She's a little bit anxious. has to do with this job, which, judging by the fact you're sitting opposite me, I take you're interested in. What job? Would you like some tea? Sure. Pim pours Scott some tea. I was very impressed how you managed to get past my security system. Freezing that metal was particularly clever. Were you watching me? Scott, I've been watching you for a while. Ever since you robbed VistaCorp. Oh, excuse me. Burgled VistaCorp. Scott sees home, smiles to herself. Vista's security system is of the most advanced in the business. It's supposed to be unbeatable, but you beat it. Would you like some sugar? Yeah, thanks. He sees two ants pushing 2 sugar cubes on the table towards his cup. You know what, I'm okay. How do you make them do that? Ants can lift objects 50 times their weight. They build, farm, they cooperate with each other. Right. Now how do you make them do that? He sees the ants returning the sugar cubes into their bowl. I use electromagnetic waves to stimulate their olfactory nerve center. I speak to them. I can go anywhere, hear anything, and see everything. And still know absolutely nothing. I'm late to meet Cross. Hope gets up and leaves. Scott raises his hands to ask a question. Dr. Pym? You don't need to raise your hand, Scott. Sorry. I just have one question. Who are you? Who is she? What the hell is going on? Can I go back to jail now? Come with me. 20 years ago, I created a formula that altered atomic relative distance. Huh? I learned how to change the distance between atoms. That's what powers a suit. That's why it works. Whoa. But it was dangerous. It was too dangerous. So I hid it from the world. That's when I switched gears and started my own company. Pimtech. Yes. I took on a young protege named Darren Cross. Darren Cross. He's a big deal. But before he was a big deal, he was my assistant. I thought I saw something in him. A son I never had, perhaps. He was brilliant. But as we became close, he began to suspect that I wasn't telling him everything. He heard rumors about what was called the Pym particles, and he became obsessed with recreating my formula. But I wouldn't help him, so he conspired against me and voted me out of my own company. How could he do that? The board's chairman is my daughter, Hope. She was the deciding vote. But she came back to see me when she saw how I closed Cross. The board's chairman is my daughter, Hope. She was the deciding vote. But she came back to me when she saw how close Cross was to cracking my formula. The process is highly volatile. What isn't protected by a specialized helmet can affect the brain's chemistry. I don't think Darren realizes this, and he's not the most stable guy to begin with. So, what do you want from me? Scott, I believe that everyone deserves a shot at redemption. Do you? I do. If you help me, I promise I can help you be with your daughter again. Now, are you ready to redeem yourself? Absolutely. My days of breaking into places and stealing shit are done. What do you want me to do? I want you to break into a place and steal some shit. Paxton receives the text from his partner, Gail, as he sat having breakfast with Maggie and Cassie. Are you going to be home for dinner tonight? Paxton reads the text. Lang's lawyer is Dr. Hank Pym, as in Pimtech. Yeah, I'll pick something up. Text you. Okay. Good news? Paxton gets up to leave. I don't know. It's news. Are you trying to find my daddy? I am, sweetheart. I just want your daddy to be safe. Hope you don't catch him. Pam is showing Scott photos of the people he used to work with. This isn't the first time these guys have tried to get their hands on some game-changing weaponry. That's Michelle Carson, ex-head of defense at S.H.I.E.L.D., presently in the business of toppling governments. He always wanted my tech. And now, unless we break in and steal the Yellow Jacket and destroy all the data, Darren Cross is going to unleash chaos upon the world. I think our first move should be calling the Avengers. I spent half my life trying to keep this technology out of the hands of a Stark. I'm sure as hell not going to hand deliver it to one now. This is not some cute technology like the Iron Man suit. This could change the texture of reality. Besides, they're probably too busy dropping cities out of the sky. Okay then, why don't you just send the ants? Scott, they're ants. Ants, they can do a lot of things, but they still need a leader. Somebody that can infiltrate a place that's designed to prevent infiltration. Hank, I'm a thief, alright? I'm a good thief. But this is insane. Just then Hope enters the lab. He's right, Hank, and you know it. You've seen the footage. You know what Cross is capable of. I was against using him when we had months. Now we have days. I'm wearing the suit. Absolutely not. I know the facility inside and out. I know how Cross thinks. I know this mission better than anybody here. We need you close to Cross, otherwise this mission cannot work. We don't have time to screw around. Hope, please listen to me. Please. He is a criminal. I'm your daughter. No. Pym turns and sits down. Hope walks off in disappointment. She's right, Hank. I'm not your guy. Why don't you wear the suit? You think I don't want to? I can't. I spent years wearing it. It took a toll on me. You're our only option. Before Hope lost her mother, she used to look at me like I was the greatest man in the world. But now she looks at me and it's just disappointment. It's too late for me, but not for you. This is your chance. The chance to earn that look in your daughter's eyes. To become the hero that she already thinks you are. It's not about saving our world. It's about saving theirs. Damn, that was a good speech. Scott, I need you to be the Ant-Man. We see Scott wearing the Ant-Man suit and Hope training him. In the right hands, the relationship between man and suit is symbiotic. The suit has power. The man harnesses that power. You need to be skillful, agile, and above all, you need to be fast. You should be able to shrink and grow on a dime, so your size always suits your needs. Hope closes the door. Now dive through the keyhole, Scott. You charge big, you dive small, then you emerge big. Scott puts on the helmet and charges for the keyhole. Ow. We see him fail several times as he continues to shrink and dive through the keyhole. Ah. Ow. Useless. When you're small, energy is compressed, so you have the force of a 200-pound man behind the fist 1/100th of an inch wide. You're like a bullet. You punch too hard, you kill someone. Too soft, it's a love tap. In other words, you have to know how to punch. I was in prison for 3 years. I know how to punch. Show me. She puts up her hands and Scott hits her hand. Terrible. You want to show me how to punch? He puts up her hands like hers. Show me. Suddenly, Hope punches him in the face, knocking him back. That's how you punch. Hank. She's been looking forward to this. No kidding. Hope trained in martial arts at a difficult time. Oh, by difficult time, he means when my mother died. We lost her in a plane crash. It's bad enough you once told me how she died. Could you stop telling me that lie? We're working here. As Scott is recovering from a punch. Alright, princess, let's get back to work. Were you going for the hand? Pym finds Scott playing around with the suit's regulator. You know, I think this regulator is holding me back. Do not screw with the regulator. If that regulator is compromised, you could go subatomic. What does that mean? It means that you will enter a quantum realm. What does that mean? It means that you will enter a reality where all concepts of time and space become irrelevant and you shrink for all eternity. Everything you know and love, gone forever. Cool, yeah, if it ain't broke. You've learned about the suit, but you've yet to learn about your greatest allies, the ants. Loyal, brave, your partners on this job. Pim and Hope watch as Scott shrinks in their back and goes running under the earth. Parachechnia longicornis, commonly known as crazy ants. They are lightning fast and can conduct electricity, which makes them useful to fry out enemy electronics. Scott comes across a crazy ant. Oh, you're not so crazy. The crazy ant jumps on him, knocking Scott back. Hey, you're cute. Suddenly, a herd of ants crawl all over Scott. Oh, ah. Scott turns himself back to normal size and he pops out through the ground. That was a lot scarier a second ago. It looks like the Futures Lab has its own isolated power supply. There's a security guard posted around the clock. We'll need you to take him out to deactivate the security systems. Shrunk again, back under the earth. Scott goes looking for more ants. Okay, who's next? A massive ant comes up behind Scott. Paraponera clavata. I know. Bullet ants, right? Number 1 on the Schmidt pain index. Hey guys, remember me from the bedroom? As the ant goes to attack Scott. Scott pops up through the ground in his normal size. Whoa. The yellow jacket pod is hermetically sealed, and the only access point is a tube we estimate to be 5 millimeters in diameter. Why do I have a sick feeling in my stomach? The tube is protected by a laser grid. We can only power that down for 15 seconds. You're going to need this to signal the crazy ants to blow the servers, retrieve the suit, and exit the vault before backup power comes on. Return to training. Hope, looking at another ant. Camponotus pennsylvanicus, alternatively known as a carpenter ant, ideal for ground and air transport. Wait a minute, I know this guy. I'm gonna call him Anthony. That's good, very good, because this time we're really gonna need to learn how to control them. We see the ants pushing sugar cubes on the table. Tell them to put the sugar in the teacup. We see Hope and Scott fight training. Scott lands a painful blow to Hope. Oh, you okay? Hope suddenly punches Scott in the face and knocks him down with her legs. Hank wants you outside for target practice. The suit has no weapons, so I made you these discs. Red shrinks, blue enlarges. Solenopsis and mandibularis. Known for their bite, the fire ants have evolved into remarkable architects. They're handy to get you in and out of difficult places. Back to Scott trying to get some ants to push her cubes in the teapot. You can do it, Scott, come on. One of the ants flies off and Scott takes off his earpiece in frustration. They're not listening to me. You have to commit. You have to mean it. No shortcuts. No lies. Throwing insults into the mix will not do anyone any good, Hope. We don't have time for coddling. Our focus should be helping Scott. Really? Is that what our focus should be? Hope picks up the earpiece to instruct the ants to put the sugar cube into the teapot. and then a herd of ants to appear. Hope! Looking upset, Hope walks over to Pim. I didn't know why I came to you in the first place. Hope leaves. We can't do this without her. As Hope is about to leave in her car, Scott gets in. Oh god. You gotta lock your doors. I mean, really. There's some weird folks in this neighborhood. 20 more pages. Do you think this is a joke? Do you have any idea what he's asking you to risk? You have a daughter. I'm doing this for her. You know, when my mother died, I didn't see him for 2 weeks. He was in grief. Yeah, so was I. And I was 7. He never came back, not in any way that counted. He just sent me off to boarding school. You know, I thought, with all that's at stake, just maybe we might have a chance at making peace. But even now, he still wants to shut me out. He doesn't want to shut you out. He trusts you. Then why are you here? It proves that he loves you. Hope, look at me. I'm expendable. That's why I'm here. You must have realized that by now. I mean, that's why I'm in the suit and you're not. He'd rather lose and fight than lose you. Anyway, Scott goes to get in the car. You know, I didn't know you had a daughter when I called the cops on you. What's her name? Cassie. It's a pretty name. You have to clear your mind, Scott. You have to make your thoughts precise. That's how it works. Think about Cassie. Think about how badly you want to see her. And use that to focus. She gives Scott the earpiece back and to talk to the ants and places a coin on the dashboard. Open your eyes and just think about what you want the ants to do. A couple of ants arrive and Scott gets them to pick up the coin. And that's good. They watch as Scott gets the ants to spin the coin. That's good. They watch as Scott gets the ants to spin the coin. Hope and Scott enter the house where Pim is waiting. Your mother convinced me to let her join me on my missions. They called her the Wasp. She was born to it, and there's not a day that goes by that I don't regret having said yes. It was 1987. Separatists had hijacked a Soviet missile silo into Kursk and launched an ICBM at the United States. The only way to the internal mechanics was through solid titanium. In the flashback, we see Pim in his Ant-Man suit and his wife in her suit intercepted the missile. I knew I had to shrink between the molecules to disarm the missile, but my regulator has sustained too much damage. Your mother, she didn't hesitate. Janet, no. Flash forward. She turned off her regulator and went subatomic to deactivate the bomb. She was gone. Your mom died a hero. I spent the next 10 years trying to learn all I could about the quantum realm. You were trying to bring her back. But all I learned was that we know nothing. It's not your fault. She made her choice. But why didn't you tell me this sooner? I was trying to protect you. I lost your mother. I didn't mean to lose you too. Hope begins to cry. I'm sorry. This is awesome. It's awesome, you know? You guys are breaking down walls. You're healing. It's important. I ruined the moment, didn't I? Yes, you did, yes. I'm gonna make some tea. Miss Scott finally shrunk down and dived through the keyhole. Nailed it. Then he goes under the earth. Gets to fly on an ant. And that's a good boy, Anthony. while he's feeding him the water. We see him successfully work with the ants, getting them to follow him. The final phase of your training will be a stealth incursion. We see Scott in his shrunken form. It's freezing. You couldn't make a suit with flannel lining? We must retrieve this prototype of a signal decoy. It's a device that I invented for my SHIELD days. We need it to counteract the transmission blockers that Cross installed in the Futures Vault. It's currently collecting dust, within one of Howard Stark's old storage facilities in upstate New York. It should be a piece of cake. You're over the target area. Disengage now, Scott. Back on the plane, Scott instructs the ants. Squadron A, go. B, go. C, go. Alright, Anthony. Don't drop me this time. They jump off the plane. Feels like a big leap from sugar cubes to this. Stay calm. Approaching the old Stark warehouse. He's supposed to burglarize. Guys, we might have a problem, Hank. Didn't you say this was some old warehouse? The warehouse comes into clearer view, and a large Circle A insignia on the roof denoting its role as an Avengers base. It's not. You son of a bitch. Scott, get out of there. Abort, now. No, it's okay. Doesn't look like anyone's home. Anthony, get me into the roof. He's gonna lose his suit. He's gonna lose his life. Alright, I'm on the roof of the target building. Somebody's home, Scott. Just then, Sam Wilson and his Falcon flies in. What's going down there, Sam? It's the Falcon. I had a sensor trip, but I'm not seeing anything. Wait a second. Abort, Scott. Abort now. It's okay. You can't see me. I can see you. You can see me. Scott enlarges himself back to normal size and whips Falcon. Hi, I'm Scott. Did you just say, hi, I'm Scott? What are you doing here? First off, I'm a big fan. Appreciate it. So who the hell are you? I'm Ant-Man. Ant-Man? What, you haven't heard of me? No, you wouldn't have heard of me. You want to tell me what you want? I was hoping I could grab a piece of technology for just a few days and then return it. I needed to save the world, you know how that is. I know exactly how that is. Located the breach, bring them in. Sorry about this. Just as Sam goes to grab Scott, he shrinks himself, hits Sam, and runs off. What the hell are you doing? Sam chases after Scott. Breach is an adult male who has some sort of shrinking check. Sam flies in and lands his stamp on Scott, but Scott manages to intercept and fights off Sam. Sorry about this. Sorry. Scott jumps around Sam while punching him. That's enough. Sam punches Scott as he jumps at him. Anthony, a little hope. Anthony flies in. Scott jumps on his back and they fly into a vent, and Sam goes to find him. I've lost visual. Suddenly, Sam bursts through one of the facility doors. He's inside my pack. Sorry, you seem like a really great guy. They fight, but Scott manages to disable Sam's flight pack as and he flies off on Anthony into his radio. It's really important to me that Cap never finds out about this. That was completely irresponsible and dangerous. You jeopardized everything. Scott takes Pym's signal decoy out of his pocket and places it on the table. You got it. Well done. Wait a minute. You just compliment me? You did, didn't you? Kinda sounded like you did. That was good, wasn't I? Okay, how about the fact that he just fought an Avenger and didn't die? Now let's not dwell on the past. We gotta finish our planning. Pym turns and leaves with the signal decoy. Don't mind him. You did good. Pim enters his living room to find Cross standing there. Darren, how the hell did you get in here? Pim closes the door. You left the door open, Hank. It's official. You're old. Plans. I'll kill him. Well, what do I owe this pleasure? I have great news. Really, what's that? Pim Tech, the company you created, is about to become one of the most profitable operations in the world. We're anticipating $15 billion in sales tomorrow alone. Pim says nothing. At the same time, Scott gets some ant to roll up their plans on the nearby table. You're welcome. I know this is odd, but I'd like you to be there. This is my moment. I want you to see it. Sure, Darren. Yeah, sure. I'll be there. What did you see in me? I don't know what you mean. All those years ago, you picked me. What did you see? I saw myself. Then why did you push me away? Because I saw too much of myself. Who knows? He's baiting you. We have to call it off. We're all taking risks. What if he saw me here? He didn't. There's no way. How do you know that? Just in hopes get a call from Cross. Darren, hi. Hope, where are you right now? I'm at home. Why? I just saw Hank. I still get nothing but contempt from him. Don't let him rile you up. He's just a senile old man. We need to start everyone working around the flock. Get an assembly line up and running. I'm tripling security. Full censored at all entrances, and exterior air vents fitted with steel and micro mesh. Great, good idea. Thank you, Hope. I'm so lucky to have you on my team. He's tripling security. He's lost his mind, and he's on to you. But he's not on to you. He's adding full body scanners to all entrances and closing exterior vents. Everything gets caught inside. The water main. You can't add security to a water main. The pressure is too strong. But if we can decrease it, that's how I get in. Somebody would have to reach the building's control center to change the water pressure. I mean, Hank and I will be beside Cross. How are we supposed to do that? So we expand our team. What do we need? A fake security guard on the inside. We need to depressurize the water system. Somebody else to hack into the power supply and kill the laser grid. And a getaway guy. No. Not those 3 wombats. No way. Hope provides 3 cups of coffee for Luis, Dave, and Kurt. Thank you for the coffee, ma'am. It's not too often that you rob a place and then get welcomed back, because we just robbed you. You know he was arrested for stealing a smoothie machine, right? 2 smoothie machines. Are you sure they can handle this? Oh, we can handle it. We're professionals. They'll forgive us if we're not instilled with confidence. Wait, everybody. Just kick back and relax a little bit, man. We know our business. We broke into this spooky-ass house, didn't we? I let you. Well, one can say that I let you let me. Look, it's okay. They can handle this. Yeah, we can handle it. You got the credentials? He's in the system. I'm in the system? The system? System? Yeah, we're doomed. Right. There's something you guys need to see. A little while later, Pim is showing Luis, Dave, and Kurt their plans. Scott walks in wearing the Ant-Man suit. Damn, wow, that's so cool, bro. Now look, this is gonna get weird, alright? It's pretty freaky, but it's safe. There's no reason to get scared. Oh, no. Daddy, don't get scared. Really? Yeah, good. Scott shrinks himself. Out Louis, Dave, and Kurt. Oh, this is the work of the gypsies. That's what witchcraft. Oh, that's amazing. It's like some David Copperfield shit. That's some kind of wizardry. Sorcery. Runs out of the room. Get off, ah. Louis runs off trying to get Scott off his shoulder. I thought Daddy didn't get scared. I gave them each half a Xanax, and Hank explained the science of the suit to them. Fell right to sleep. Hey, look. I want to thank you for... No, please don't. We're doing this all for reasons much bigger than any one of us. I'm just so glad that you might have a slight chance of maybe pulling this off. Hey, thank you. For that pep talk. The honest truth is that I actually went from despising you to almost liking you. You should really write poetry. Hope laughs. Get some sleep, Scott. Hope leaves. Later that night, Scott uses the Ant-Man suit to go visit his daughter in her room as she sleeps, outside Pym Technologies. Right, just so we're clear, everyone here knows their role, right, Dave? Wheels on the ground. Kurt, eyes on the sky. Luis, oh man, you know what? I get to wear a uniform, that's what's up. Luis, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm good. I'm just excited. Plus, your girlfriend's really hot, so that makes you nervous too. And you are very beautiful, ma'am. Oh my lord. She's not mine. Hey, you know what? I'm thinking of a tactic. Like when I go in undercover, like a whistling, you know what I'm saying, to blend in? No, don't whistle. No whistling. It's not the Andy Griffith show. No whistling. On the night of the charity event, Louise makes Clinton employed as a security guard. Outside, Dave and Kurt are in their van with Scott in the back, dressed in a suit. We're set. Wish me luck. Scott gets out, shrinks himself as he goes through the water main. Utility is online. Inside the building, Louise starts whistling. Hey, what are you doing? Boss man said to secure the area, so I am securing. I'm the boss. Oh. Utilities workroom 3. Louis suddenly punches him, knocking him unconscious, and then lowers the water level. Water level is dropping. Scott floats along the water with the ants through the pipes. Coming up on an extraction pipe. I see it. Alright, come on. I gotta get him up there. That's it, guys, yeah. The ants help him climb up to the extraction pipe. That's it. Yeah, yes. You got it, come on. Scott makes it through one of the hand wash sinks in the bathroom. Alright, let's fly. Anthony. Scott and the ants fly off. The Ant-Man is in the building. They see Pym pull up outside the building where the charity event is taking place. Psh. Got a crown VIC right outside over there. Is this a problem? Considering the ground VIC is the most commonly used car, or for undercover cops, man, yes. This is a problem. Inside the Crown VIC is Paxton and Gale. That's Pym. They get out to go after Pym. Kurt. Oh no. I'm employing the bullet ants. Hapanera acclamata manomerna. Don't remember what it's called, but I feel bad for this guy. Using the ant. And Scott takes on one of the security guards with Louis also punching him. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I call it. An unfortunate casualty. I'm in a very serious operation, Hope then comes along and enters the room and places the signal decoy. Signal decoy in place. Mean pretty lady did good, Scott. Looks like Pim's getting arrested. Scott, we have problem. Problem? What's a problem? Just then Dave gets out of the can. Dave, that's not part of the plan. As Paxton and Gil are trying to arrest Pim. Listen to me. If I don't get into this building, people will die. That's awfully dramatic. Dave creates a diversion by stealing Paxton and Gil's car. Are you kidding me? They run after Dave as he drives off in his car. Problem solved. Well, how do I look? They and then find Pim as he enters the building. There he is, just in time. Come on. Cross takes him to a vault where he's keeping the yellow jacket suit and uses an eye scanner to open the door. 12-point verification. A little over the top, don't you think, Darren? Confirming authorization. No, you can never be too safe. Access granted. They enter the vault. I gotta hand it to you, Darren. You really did it. And you only know the half of it, Hank. At the same time, Carson arrives with his men. Scott. Arriving at second position. Alright, top speed, Anthony. Let's go. Scott and Anthony fly forward towards where the yellow jacket suit is being kept. Proceeding into command position. Scott jumps off of Anthony. Be right back. Anthony. Ooh, 10 more pages. Right back. Anthony. Alright guys, I'm in a position. I'm going to signal the ants. Paxton and Gil find their car dumped. Can crash into a tree. No. Dave gets back into the van with Kurt. Did you see that? He yanks to musical horn, which Pactus recognized it from Scott using it earlier. Assume formation. Alright, you cute little crazies. Let's fry these servers. The ants fry the servers and Scott jumps back again onto Anthony. Let's go get him, buddy. Servers are fried. Data backup completely erased. Headed to the particle chamber. Hello, Dr. Cross. My associates agree to your terms. Wonderful. They're not what they were. I remember he was talking about Hydra in this part, wasn't he? Hello, Dr. Cross. My associates agree to your terms. Wonderful. It's Hydra. They're not what they were. They're doing some interesting work, and I'm enjoying myself. You try to hide your technology from me, and now it's gonna blow up in your face. Suddenly, Pim punches across in the face. Well. I mean, I saw the punch coming a mile away, but I figured it'd all be pathetic and weak. Well, you figured wrong. Paxton, I know this van. Anybody home? Dave, to each other inside the van. Shh. Alright, guys, I'm here. Setting the charges. Scott set the explosive. Listen to the ants. Great job, guys. Let's take it from here. Anthony set Scott down. Good boy, Anthony. Final position. Guys, how are you looking on that laser grid? Almost. No, you're not. I'm getting close. No, you're not. Paxton keeps banging on Luis Bandor. Luis's van store. San Francisco PD. Man in the van. I know you're in there. Inside the van as they wait for the laser gets re-disabled. Make it go faster. Dude, seriously. Ready to jump. Do you read, Kurt? It's so close. Suddenly the van door opens. Paxton and Gil point their guns at Kurt and Dave. Freeze. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There was a black guy who looked exactly like me who attacked us and put us in the back of this disgusting van. Get out. Take it easy. Paxton pulls Kurt out of the van. At the same time, the laser grid is disabled. Scott. Go, go, now. Scott dumps to get the yellow jacket. Wait. What do you mean, wait? Kurt manages to struggle free from Paxton's hold to press the button on the computer to fully disable the lasers. As Scott goes in to grab the suit as it's pulled away. What? What? Cross sees Scott and taps on the glass. Hi, little guy. To him. I've always suspected that you had a suit stored away somewhere. Which begs the question, who is the new Ant-Man? Who is the man that my beloved mentor trusted even more than me? Scott Lang, the martyr, who took on the system and paid the price, losing his family and his only daughter in the process. Exactly your kind of guy, Hank. He escapes in his jail cell without leaving any clue as to how, and then he disappears magically, despite having no money to his name. And now he brings me the Ant-Man suit, the only thing that can rival my creation. Darren, don't do this. If you sell to these men, it's going to be chaos. I already have, and for twice the price, thanks to you. It's not easy to successfully infiltrate an Avengers facility. Thankfully, word travels fast. Oh, also links to the yellow jacket. But I'm keeping the particle to myself. They don't run on diesel. If you want the fuel, you'll have to come to me. What do you call the only man who can arm the most powerful weapon in the world? The most powerful man in the world. Proud of me yet? You can stop this, Darren. It's not too late. It's been too late for a long time now. One of the men in their chamber points their gun at Pym. Darren, what are you doing? He wasn't any more capable of caring for you than he was for me. That's not who you are. It's the particles altering your brain chemistry. It's the guy pointing the gun at Pym. Wait. You're right. I have to be the one to do it. He points a gun at Pym's head, and at the same time Hope takes out her weapon and points it across. Here we go. Drop your gun. You know, I came to the house the other night to kill him, but you were there. You're sick and I can help you. You're sick and I can help you. Just put the gun down. I wasn't ready to kill you then, but I think I am now. Drop your gun now. You picked the wrong side, Hope. Just then Scott breaks out using the disc Pym gave him that turns things large. He then starts fighting off the men in the chamber and Pym is shot in the chaos. Dad, grabbing hold of the wounded Pym. Hank. No, Hank. Hank, listen. You're gonna be okay. Alright, you're gonna be just fine. Cross comes up behind Scott and points his gun at the back of Scott's head. Take the suit off or I'll blow your brains out and peel it off. Scott instructs the ants to disable Cross's gun and bite him, so he takes off at the same time. Carson shakes off with a vial of Cross's particles. Paxton. Louis sets the alarm to the building to his radio. We got a 10:33 at Payton Tech. Request immediate backup. Go. Dad, can you move? Yes. We need to get him out of here. Go get that suit. Scott takes off and tries to get away from the two guards shooting at him. Scott shrinks himself to the small building model of Cross Tech to get away from the guard shooting at him. Then Louis comes to the rescue and knocks out the guards. Hey, Scotty, did I save your life? Scotty. Scott makes himself large again. Thank you, Louis. Hey, are we the good guys? Yeah, we're the good guys, right? Yeah, we're the good guys. Feels kind of weird, you know. Yeah, but we're not done yet. Get out before this place blows. Scott shrinks himself and takes off. As Louis tries to leave the building, her members guard you knocked out earlier. Oh, damn it, that guy. He opens the door and rushes to the guard, who is tied up. Hey, we're getting out of here. Back inside, though. Back inside the vault. Helps him up. The charges are set. We gotta find a way out of here and fast. Don't worry, I'm not gonna die. Neither are you. He holds up a keychain that looks like a tank. It's not a keychain. Faction. All the chaos in here. Hurt. Multiple shots fired. Then suddenly a tank bursts out. And there's a tank. Luis then walks out of the building with the guard. A little help. Someone takes hold of the guard. At the same time, Hope helps Pim out of the tank. I got him. Luis helps Pim. We need a doctor. The medic comes over to help him. Cross. Let's go. Just as they're about to leave. Cross sees a swarm of flying ants heading towards. Sees a swarm of flying ants heading towards him with Scott and Anthony. Cross takes out a gun and starts shooting, and one of the bullets hits Anthony. Anthony! Scott falls into another ant. Go! Helicopter doors close. You're gonna regret that. Cross helicopter takes off. Paxton sees Luis as he gets into his van. 6 more pages. Wait a minute, get out of that van. What? Get out of that van. It's too loud, there's a tank, I can't hear you. He closes the van door and drives off. Hey. Scott makes it to Cross's helicopter, and Cross guards start shooting at him. Did you think you could stop the future with a heist? It was never just a heist. Scott sets off charges set around Pym Technologies, and Cross watches in shock as the whole building is destroyed. Put the gun down. Cross hits Scott and he falls out of the helicopter window back to his normal size. Scott manages to get back into the helicopter, finds Cross wearing the yellow jacket. They both shrink and start fighting and fall into a briefcase which falls out of the helicopter. I'm gonna disintegrate you. Inside the briefcase, they accidentally hit the cell phone. Playing Disintegration by The Cure. Disintegration by The Cure starts playing as Scott and Cross continues to fight. Briefcase falls into a family's pool. Scott and Cross blast out in a splash as they return to normal size. Call 911. Scott and Cross continue to fight, shrinking and growing until Scott swats Cross into a bug zapper. It's okay. The family runs off in fear. Police, put your hands up. Get him up. Scott pulls up his helmet. Scott? Paxton, you have to listen to me. As Scott walks for Paxton, they taser him and he falls out unconscious. Paxton, turn around. Take me back. I'm taking you back. To prison. There's something in that backyard that needs to be destroyed. In the bug zapper. You need to desist right now. Your delusions are out of hand. All units, we have a 236 in progress of 840 Winter Street. It's Cassie. Paxton takes off towards his house. Cross is standing in Cassie's room looking menacing. 5 more pages. He's got Cassie. Who's got Cassie? That thing. You don't know what it. Back in Paxton's car, Scott manages to put on his helmet, shrinks, and takes off. Are you a monster? Do I look like a monster? I want my daddy. I want your daddy too. He picks up Cassie and she screams. Just then Scott shows up. There you are. Daddy, is that you? Scott pulls up his helmet. Hi, Peanut. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Throws the disc at Cross, which shrinks him. Then he shrinks himself. Cross is now in the Thomas the Tank Engine toy in Cassie's room. Now where'd you go, little guy? He spots Scott running towards him. There you are. He starts firing lasers from his suit at Scott. Not just me. A swarm of ants follow behind Scott. Get him, go. Go. Cross fights off the ants as they attack him. Then Scott and Cross fight across the Thomas the Tank Engine toy. As they drive towards Paxton's house. Scotty needs us. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gonna stop us. They stop as they see a load of police cars surrounding the house. Back it up. Back it up slow. Yeah, just back it up. Yep, back it up. Okay. All we gotta do is we back it up. Okay, that's it. Back it up. That's right. Back it up. Okay. Yep. Okay, no. Just back it up. As they continue to fight in Cassie's room inside the Thomas Tank Engine Railway. You insult me, Scott. Your very existence is insulting to me. You know, it'd be much easier to hit you if you were bigger. Yeah, I agree. Scott throws two discs at Cross. He deflects one, hitting an ant and the other Thomas the Tank Engine toy, and they both grow large. Cassie, Paxton runs into the house. I'm gonna show you just how insignificant you are. Paxton goes to run up the stairs. Cassie, I'm coming. Suddenly, the large ant heads his way. He follows down the stairs as the giant ant breaks out of his house. That's a messed up looking dog. I'm going to destroy everything you love. Freeze, SFPD. Cross throws Paxton's gun aside, and at the same time, Scott climbs up at the back of Cross' suit. I can't break through. It's titanium, you idiot. Scott Lang. To Paxton, and as Scott and Paxton continue fighting. Get her out of here. Paxton carries Cassie off. Come on. Darren Cross, as Paxton goes to leave the room with Cassie in his arms. Cross stops him. Sorry, sweetheart. You have to help Daddy pay for his mistakes. You stay behind me, okay? Okay. Behind me. Scott looks up at Cross's particle pack. I'm going to have to shrink between the molecules to get in there. Get away from us. Daddy, help. Scott jumps to a head toward Cross's particle pack. I love you, Cassie. Scott shrinks to a small enough size to break into Cross's particle path. This causes Cross and Scott to go subatomic and disappear. Daddy, where are you? Scott floats past the dust, viruses, molecules, atoms, hadrons, and quarks, and finally, the deepest parts of the gluons, and remembers Pym's words. Go subatomic. Go subatomic. Scott tries to grow himself back to normal size, but realizes he can't. Oh no. He continues to float in the quantum realm. Voice. You would enter a reality where all concepts of time and space become irrelevant, as you will shrink for all eternity, everything you know and love gone forever. Scott hears Cassie's voice echoing as he floats in the quantum realm. Daddy, where are you, Daddy? Cassie. Come on, Daddy. Scott remembers the disc, so let's see. Pim had given him takes one out. Do not mess with the regulator. Scott places the disc in the regulator, presses the button, and finally turns to normal size. I love you so much. I love you too so much. Paxton. As Scott is holding on to Cass, see Paxton finally mildly gets Scott's attention. There's a big hole in the roof. Sorry. Is she alright? She's fine. Mommy. She's fine, she's fine. Scott, please. You don't remember anything? Hank, I don't. There must be something else. Well, I suppose the human mind just can't comprehend the experience. But you made it. You went in and you got out. That's amazing. Scott, I'll walk you out. To Pim. Get some rest. Scott and Hope leave the room. Pim looks over to a photo of himself and his wife holding Hope when she was a baby. Is it possible? Pim gets up to leave his room and he opens the door and finds Hope and Scott kissing. When did this happen? Nothing's happening. Well, hold on. Something's kinda happening. Well, if that's the case, shoot me again. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing grabbing me and kissing me like that. I was a little surprised myself. I have to get somewhere. I'll see you later, Hank. Really hope. Scott turns to leave. Scott. Yeah? You're full of shit. Oh, yeah. Well, Scott, I met with my captain today. He wanted a report of the night that got you out of jail. Something happened to the cameras. Circus got fried. But I told him you were processed correctly. Really? Well, yeah. Can't be sending Cassie's dad back to jail on a technical glitch, right? Thank you, Paxton. I'm blown away. Thank you for everything you do for Cassie. Oh, well, that's my pleasure. But no, this one, I did it for you. This is awkward. Yeah. I mean, what do we even talk about after all of that? Oh, I know. What? I did my first cartwheel today. What? Yeah, she's been practicing all week, but today was the magic day. I recorded it on my phone, here. Paxton shows Sky's recording Cassie doing a cartwheel. No, that's not Cassie. That's not you. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. This is a professional gymnast. There's no way that's you. Yeah, that's her. Cassie feeds the giant ant hiding under the table. That escaped during Scott uncrossed his spine. Good boy. After watching the video of Cassie doing a cartwheel. Sweetie, that's pretty amazing, Peanut. Just then, Scott gets a call. Sorry, it's work. Yeah? Scott meets up with Luis, Dave, and Kurt. Right, here's the deal. Just give me the facts. Just the facts. Only the facts. Breathe, focus. Keep it simple. No doubt. No doubt. Okay, so I'm at this art museum with my cousin Ignacio, right? And there he was like this abstract and expressionism exhibit. But you know me, I'm more of a neo-cubist kind of guy, right? But there was this one rock Tahoe, and that was sublime, bro. Oh my god. Luis? Sorry. I'm just, I get excited and stuff. But anyway. Ignacio tells me, yo, I met this crazy fine writer chick at the spot last night. Right? And she's like, fine, crazy stupid fine. And then she goes up to the bartender and goes, look at the girl I'm with. You know what I'm saying? She's crazy stupid fine, right? We see a flashback of Ignacio meeting the girl, talking to the bartender, who is in fact Stan Lee. And the bartender is all like, crazy stupid fine. So this writer chick tells Ignacio, Yo, I'm like a boss in the world of guerrilla journalism, and I got mad connects with the peeps kind of curtains. And you know what? And you know what I'm saying? And Ignatius like, for real? It's like, yeah, you know what? I can't tell you who my contact is, because he works with the Avengers. Oh no. Yeah, and this dude sounds like a badass man. And like, he comes up to her and he says, we see a flashback of Earl meeting up with Sam Wilson in the park. Yo, I'm looking for this dude who's no one's seen. He's flashing his flesh track. He's got bomb moves, right? Who you got? He's like, well, we got everything nowadays. We got a guy who jumps. We got a guy who swings. We got a guy who crawls up the walls. Gotta be more specific. It's like, I'm looking for a guy that shrinks. And I'm like, damn. I got a little nervous because I got mad secrets for you, bro. Well, so I had to not show. This badass tell you super fine chick. The writer chick tell you to tell me because I'm tight with that man that he's looking for him. Yeah. And what do you say? Said yes. And then the movie ends. We get to the mid-credit scene. We get to the post-credit scene. There's something I want to show you. I realize you can't destroy power. All you can do is make sure it's in the right hands. He opens out the vault to reveal a prototype of the wasp suit. This is an advanced prototype that your mother and I worked on together. She never got to use it, but now I realize we were working on it for you. Maybe it's time we finished it. It's about damn time. And then we got the end credit scene. Sam and Steve Rogers are in a garage with the Winter Soldier. His metal arm tightly clamped in a vise. I don't know, forlorn look in his face. Hey, Cap. This would have been a lot easier a week ago. If we called Tony, he won't believe us. Even if he did. Who knows if the Accords will let him help. We're on our own. Maybe not. I know a guy. Ant-Man will return. And there we go, the movie ends. Gotta say that was a pretty good movie. So, yee. Tomorrow I'll be doing Civil War. Yeah. Oh yeah, I realized all of the videos. I forgot to put thumbnails on all of them. So I'm gonna try and fix up as much as I can today. While this is uploading. So yeah. Yee. Can I pick it up though? Oh yeah.